my channel, everybody. Oh my gosh, this is crazy. Like, I'm actually doing a freaking video, you know? Like,
sorry, can I say freaking? I don't know. I'm making a freaking video, you guys.
so my name is Veronica. I live in the OC area. I used to work at Sephora. Don't work there anymore. I will do a little rant about that, about working at Sephora if you guys want to see that. So I did make a video. I made a video on these bad boys right here. My brows, not the makeup. Don't get ahead of yourself, girlfriend. Just my eyebrows. Using the Cabral from Benefit. That has been my go-to.
It's awesome. You guys have
Look at this highlight. It's popping, right?
I'm using the Nicole Guerrero Glow Kit. Yes! And I am using the shade Forever Young.
It's this one right here. It's so pretty.
Anyways, he's blowing up my phone, man. Stay tuned for my eyebrow video, and if you like this little video, please give it a like and subscribe to my channel. I would really appreciate it. Bye.
Okay, so we are using the Cabral like I mentioned earlier. I'm using shade number 4, just making sure it wasn't upside down for you guys. Alright, and the brush that I am using is from the Makeup Shack. It has been my go-to, and it is in the number T3. Alright, so I always like to start by brushing everything to the top. All those little hairs, brush them all the way to the top. And then I always like starting at the bottom of my eyebrow and just following the natural brow shape. Alright, and once the bottom is done, I like brushing the hairs from the top down and then start following that brow shape with the arch. Brushing the hairs downward makes it not so overdrawn, you know what I mean? Like, you don't want to have big, scary, bold brows. You want them to look as natural as possible. And once that is done, all I do is brush everything upward, make sure it's looking nice, and then tilt your brush and just add little hairs. Do not add extra product because then that'll just make it look even darker, and you do not want that. And just fill in any sparse areas that you might have. Alright, and I'm just going to go ahead with my Gimme Brow and just coat my eyebrows just so they can stay in place and not go anywhere. Especially if you're going to go out, you want them to stay in place. Alright, so now that brow is pretty much done. It looks way better than it did earlier. And now this second brow is totally different. Like, it needs some work. Like I said before, and I always say this, the brows are not twins, they are sisters. Okay, so for this brow, like I said, I'm gonna brush everything upward, and this one I'm gonna have to overline it just a bit. Just because this one is very sparse and it has a little bit of patches that I need to cover up, you know. But as you can see, it's not that hard. Just gotta overline it just a little bit. Not too crazy now. Don't get too carried away. almost done. Oh my god, you can see my daughter's big old head in the background. So funny. But yeah, we're almost done. Just brush it up just in case you added a little bit of extra product. This will help even it out. Now we're getting somewhere. We have brows. Gotta fix this one a bit. Whatever. Taking my Sigma F75 concealer brush, and I'm going to be using this to clean up that brow. I am using the Maybelline concealer just because it's my favorite and it is inexpensive. You can find it at the drugstore. And like I mentioned before, I always start at the bottom and just start following your natural brow shape, just cleaning it up. This is going to give the effect of a freshly waxed, trimmed, or threaded brow. Whatever you get done to your brows is going to make it look clean and put together. I like bringing that concealer down to my eyelid just to prime my eyelid for any eyeshadow that I might be using. And just to brighten up that eyelid, because look at that, it looks like I got punched in the face. See what a difference concealer makes? Like my whole eye area just looks brighter and more awake. And I just like to doing my unibrow too, just, to even everything out. But look at that difference, like, oh my goodness. Now to do the same for this brow. Sister, sister. Alright, and look at that. My brow looks nice and full. Like, you would have never thought this was the ugly sister, would you? Alright, we're pretty much already done with our brows. Like, was this easy or was this super easy? But now I'm just cleaning it up just in case you overlined it a little bit. You can just clean it up this way with, whatever's left on your concealer brush. And then if you feel like you missed a couple of areas, just go ahead and with any product you have left on your eyebrow brush, just fill it in.